What's going on, guys? Back again here to give you the 5 top reasons you should look into buying a PS5 this year with a bonus one at the end. So stay tuned and let's get after it. What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel, Reviews by David. I am David. I'm here to talk to you about anything gaming, retro, modern, lighting and stuff, smart stuff for your gaming room, your man cave, or wherever you play games, wherever you watch TV. I love smart tech and LED lighting, RGB, all that stuff. So I'm going to sprinkle in that stuff too. But hey, today we're going to talk about the 5 reasons you should buy a PS5 this holiday season with a bonus one at the end. So let's get right into it. Go ahead and give this video a quick thumbs up if it's something you like to hear, and throw a subscribe down there. But let's go. 5 reasons. Number 5. I'm going to actually put 2 together, and that's the longevity and the pricing. And this kind of mirrors off Xbox. Now, the pricing is not as good as Xbox. You can get the full one with the Blu-ray player for $4.99, but you can also get the all digital for $3.99. So at least you have an option of getting a next-gen console. The all digital is everything the $500 one is without the disc drive. So you get a full next-gen system for $3.99 as compared to the Xbox Series S is $2.99, but it's kind of a dumbed down system to the X. So this way you're all in $400 and you've got a complete next-gen system. Now, to go with longevity on this, these are looking to be 5 to 7 year systems. So if you buy either one, either PS5 version, you're going to have 5 to 7 years of use. And with that, what do we mean? Basically, you're going to have 4K, you're going to have the speeds you need to load games fast, 4K gaming, up to possibly 8K. That's what we're all going to be waiting to see, is how both these consoles end up holding up in the 8K market when it comes out. But considering most games right now are not 4K, they're not standard. 4K is not the standard yet. It's getting there. So these systems are going to be able to play this 4K stuff for a long time, and then of course it's going to take a little while to get into 8K. So you're looking at least 5 to 7 years of time to be able to own your PS5 and get your money's use out of it. And if it gets about 7 years with the all digital, you're looking at almost less than $6 a year basically for it, if you kind of weigh it out year by year. And then of course it's going to be less than $100 for the version with a Blu-ray player. So price and longevity are definitely a good reason to go ahead and invest in a PS5. Number 4, it's going to be the 3D audio. Now, this is something interesting PlayStation is coming out with, and it kind of remains to be seen how good it is. But basically, like if you wear a headset or anything like that, it's going to basically be a surround sound. It's going to make you feel fully immersed into the game that you're playing. Hear bullets whizzing by, maybe helicopters landing behind you or flying overhead, race cars going by, all that good stuff that we love with our surround sound. And I'm going to assume it's going to be very compatible with having a dedicated surround sound and really just taking it to the next level of that performance that we all really want. And when we're paying this price for these items, we should be getting. But that's the cool thing I really like, is the headset, because not everybody can turn up their surround sound if their kids are asleep, wife's in the room and doesn't really want to hear all of it. You can put your headset on and it's going to sound like you're in the game. So 3D audio is a really cool thing PlayStation's coming out with. I can't wait to see what it sounds like and what the reviews are on it and how really good it actually is. And if I know Sony, they're going to come to bat with it. They're going to knock it out of the park. Number 3 on our list is going to be the SSD. Now, basically, Sony put a lot into the SSD, and it kind of basically took away from some of the other things like the storage of the system. And then if you're going to put an external hard drive, the money you might have to spend to be compatible with, basically it's going to do 5.5 gigabytes download speed per second. That is insanely fast. So of course with that, it's going to come cost. Now of course on the surface, next year or two should be completely fine with the games we're going to have and stuff. Now down the road, you might have to invest in a external hard drive that will support that. And I know there's a company working on it, and I think should come out with it soon. I doubt it's going to be cheap though. but it's got to be compatible with that 5.5 download speed. But basically, what this means with this SSD card is loading your game, going between games, respawning, and even your download. The Wi-Fi on this is supposed to be super great, and downloading games and downloading things much faster into your system, like we've never seen before. Now, this is really where the PlayStation outshines the Xbox. The Xbox downloads about 2.4 gigabytes per second. Now, I mean, how fast is instant compared to instant plus a tenth of a second? Is it really going to be a big difference? That remains to be seen. But from what I understand, it's over twice as fast. And we all know we hate waiting for downloads. We hate waiting for things to load. We're in a very instant society. We want that instant satisfaction. So Sony's bringing it. They put a lot of money into this SSD, and I think with pushing their longevity, this is really going to help that, especially when we get into 8K gaming down the road, being able to just download stuff that much faster. That should be a huge advantage in PlayStation's corner. Number 2 is going to be the exclusives. We all know Sony has had the market cornered on exclusives. Got games like God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon. All these games are Xbox exclusives. I think Zoom's one from Bethesda. So Sony's always brought it with the exclusives. They really hammered Xbox. I believe they outsold Xbox like 2.2 to 1 in the last gen or the 8th gen gaming. I think they sold over 110 million units. Xbox sold somewhere around 48 million. And this is a huge reason. This is why Xbox is buying Bethesda and they're scrambling around. They're doing a great job. They're playing the long game and coming up. But PlayStation's really brought it. Their last in the PS4 really owned the market. And the PS5 is going to be no different. They're coming out with more exclusives. Spider-Man's going to come out. It's going to be next-gen gaming. But what a lot of people are disappointed about is it's going to also be compatible with the PS4. And a lot of these newer games are going to be compatible with PS4. And people aren't really excited about that. They want that exclusive. It's a PS5 game. Move on. But it's going to be a dumbed-down version. So you can buy the $70 Spider-Man version. I'm sure God of War. And they're going to be playing at that 4K, 120 frames per second. They're going to be next-gen games, and Sony has the exclusives on those. And I think you're going to see a lot of those games first for Sony, next-gen gaming. You're really going to hop into next-gen gaming faster with PlayStation over Xbox, but Xbox will catch up. But that's neither here nor there. So exclusives are number 2, and also let's also add into that, games are a huge part of buying any console. So having those exclusives definitely gives Sony a leg up on Xbox, and a reason that you should definitely consider buying the PS5 this holiday season. So let's get into number 1, and it's actually going to be the same as the Xbox video. It's going to be next-gen gaming. And Sony is really bringing it with next-gen gaming with the SSD, all these things. It's going to have ray tracing. You're going to be able to see the reflections. The games are going to load so much faster. They're going to look so much better, especially if you get you a good 4K TV with a 2.1 HDMI. Next-gen gaming's the future. So it's just the longevity of it. It's just, you have to get one. And these are really the reasons people are looking at Xbox and PS5 is next-gen gaming. That's the number one reason everybody is moving into these. Everything's moving 4K. It's time to move on with your consoles. It's been, 6, 7 years? 4, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. I can't add right now. Since the last console was announced, it's time, and everybody's excited. Record sales on pre-orders are already showing it. Next-gen gaming is where it's at, and it's where it's going to be for a long time. Now, I told you I'd give you a bonus. So the bonus here is actually going to be the PS5 controller. Now, I must say, when I first got into gaming, I got the Xbox. I'm more of an Xbox fanboy than a PlayStation guy. And that's because one, Halo. Loved Halo. Loved playing Halo. Halo was an exclusive to Xbox. So that goes back to my number 2 reason of exclusives. And why I already have an Xbox pre-order now is Halo Infinite. But aside from that, and the reason I'm looking into PS5 again, the other reason I didn't want it was I didn't like the controller. I didn't like the way it felt compared to the Xbox controller. I didn't like the way it looked compared to the Xbox controller. Simple stuff like that probably shouldn't super matter, but it's kind of like holding a gun. You want the one that feels best in your hands, so I want the best controller that feels good in my hands. Now, for me, the PS5, the new controller, it looks great. It looks super comfortable. It looks kind of a mix of the PS4, PS3 controller, and the Xbox controller. It looks ergonomic. It looks super comfortable. But aside from that, you're going to get the haptic feedback. So you're going to get that physical responsiveness on your controller of what's happening in the game. That's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the Rumble Pack from the N64 days. And of course, I know Xbox had the haptic feedback, but apparently somehow this one's supposed to be better. Maybe it works better. It's more compatible. I'm not sure. Remains to be seen. But haptic feedback, the dynamic triggers are on it too. So it could be a difference of you maybe shooting a gun in the game, pulling an arrow. The force on the triggers is going to be, you're going to feel it as you push down the resistance on there to make you more feel like you're in the game. Because you know when you pull a bow back, or I'm not sure how many of you ever have, when you start to pull it, it's real easy. And as you start getting further and further, it gets harder and harder. That force gets there. And it's the same thing pulling a trigger on a gun. It's easy, easy, easy. And all of a sudden you kind of hit a little spot there and you have to actually push it, give a little more force, so that the dynamic triggers are supposed to give you that feeling. Also, it's going to have a built-in mic. So you could sit there and give, I believe you can give the PS5 voice control, but you can have voice capture. You can talk to your friends playing with you or whoever you're gaming with online. It also has a 3.5mm jack, so you can hook up your headphones right to it, so you can have your headphones. You can talk into the jack on the controller instead of having one in your face. Of course, it doesn't bother me, but it's a nice little extra add-on. Maybe you can just buy headphones that aren't as expensive or something. I'm not sure, but it has the jack there. It has that mic. You can also record what you say and how you went and everything, maybe with your Call of Duties and stuff. You want to hear what you were calling out and doing. So that's pretty interesting. It's got a mic on it. And then, of course, the other one is the Create button. And a lot of people loved on the PS4 how basically you could screen record and post it on YouTube like this, post your gameplay on there, something cool you did, or just, heck, just racing game you just wanted to post your gameplay and you want to watch it later. Whatever. Now it's going to be on the controller. They're going to have a create thing there. So you can go ahead and record everything on the screen from your remote. You can stop it, stop, start, record, all that good stuff. So pretty interesting that they added that to the controller. So that's my bonus one, is the PS5 controller. Another reason I'm definitely looking into PS5. Like I said, I'm more of an Xbox fanboy. The PS5, these reasons have really got me looking at it too. I have pre-ordered my Xbox. I would have pre-ordered PS5. I just missed out on it with all that hoopla we've gone over in another video. But basically, I'd love to still get a PS5. I want to try it out. I got a lot of friends with PS5s, or PS4s, excuse me, so they want me to jump into it as well. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, the controller, the exclusive games, the SSD, the longevity, big reason I'm looking into possibly getting a PS5 as well. Let me know down in the comments below why you're looking into the PS5, if you're going to get it this holiday season, or whatever reasons you're looking into buying it. Is it next-gen gaming, the price points, how long it's going to be around, any of the other reasons possibly. And I really like how it looks. I know a lot of people make fun of it. It looks like a big Wi-Fi router. I liked how it looks. That was another thing too. It didn't look like a box. It looked like almost art maybe. So, I don't know. I like how it looked. I liked how the remotes look. Looks like it fit in well in one of my rooms. We'll see which one. Anyway, like I said, drop a comment below of why you're going to be buying a PS5. Hit me a quick thumbs up. And if you like these videos, please consider subscribing down below. It really helps the channel. Definitely going to be bringing more content with gaming, smart stuff, retro, modern. It's going to be a big deal with these launching, and I'm going to bring you everything I can. It definitely over the next few months of what's going on and beyond, on more games coming out, how these systems are performing, the changes they're going to make in the future, any acquisitions either of these companies are going to make. We'll discuss it all right here. So hey, like I said, hit that subscribe button for me down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Out.